Hey, how's it going? This is chair mobility. I'm going to go over a quick session that you can do at the comfort of your own chair. So starting off, I want you to warm up your shoulders with shoulder rolls. You're essentially going to roll your shoulders back. First, you lift your shoulders up, then you retract your shoulders. Make sure to stay in a good, tall posture. Here, we're going to be warming up our shoulders by increasing synovial fluid. So starting off with shoulder rolls. Deep breaths. In from your nose and out from your mouth. Okay, after we do a few of those, I want you to slowly and gently laterally stretch your spine. This is going to stretch out your lats and your quadratus lumborum, which are going to get tight from long bouts of sitting. So with one hand on the knee, lift up the other arm over your head and laterally flex your body. Breathe. Okay, next for your rotator cuff, especially if you're typing a lot, I want you to lift up your arms like you're making your body into the shape of a cactus. So that's external rotation. Now I want you to internally rotate your arms. So you're folding your arms at the shoulder joint. And again, externally rotate and internally rotate. Don't move any other part of your body. Breathe. So that's going to be really important for the health of your shoulders and to prevent frozen shoulder. Let's breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. So we'll do about 10 of those. Okay, next, from this position, I want you to practice your air shoulder presses. This is going to be important for the health of your deltoid and maintaining strength and endurance in your shoulders. Also, if you need to lift something from overhead, it's important to make sure that you can do so. I want you to bring your shoulders all the way down so you're almost putting your elbows in your pockets, and then lift your shoulders all the way up. Imagine that you are pushing something overhead. Breathe. Try to exhale on the push. So breathe in and breathe out. See how many you can do. And then once that becomes too easy, try to see if you can use a soup can and then a weight. Okay, now very similarly, we're going to lift up our arms in front of us. This is going to target the anterior delt. If you want to make that a little harder, make a fist. So you're kind of trying to create resistance where there is no resistance. So now, through all this work that we've already been doing, you should start feeling warmth in your shoulder capsule. Now we can passively stretch with the cross arm stretch, which is going to stretch out your triceps. Do both sides. Hold it each side for about 5 seconds. And I want you to stretch out your forearms with this stretch, and as well stretch out your wrists in extension and flexion. That's going to be super important if you're typing all day. Finally, I want you to try to attempt to scratch your own back. This is going to help stretch out your shoulders, both sides. Great. Now we're going to stretch out our thoracic spine, which is our mid-back. What we're going to do is we're going to put one hand on the chair and your other hand on your knee for leverage. And you're going to look over your shoulder and stretch. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, stretch deeper. Other side. One hand on the chair, one hand on your knee. Breathe in and stretch. Nice. Another variation of this is putting one hand on the inner part of your leg, and then the other hand, you're gonna reach for the ceiling. Other side. And reach. And reach. And reach. Okay, for a quick lower body stretch, we have a couple easy ones we can do from a sitting position. This one, as you see people sitting like this all the time, is actually gonna stretch out your glutes. So just cross one leg over the other, sit up nice and tall, breathe in, and slowly apply pressure to the leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold that for 5 seconds and switch. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so assuming we're stuck in a chair, I don't want your hip flexors to get weak, so I want you to start practicing these hip flexor lifts. You might have to hold onto the chair in order to isolate your hip flexor. So simply lift up the leg and nothing else. We're not moving any other part of the body. Do about 10 reps on each leg. Breathe. Good. Okay, next we're gonna do some internal and external rotation. For external rotation, lift up your leg like you just did with that hip flexor march, and we're going to slowly externally rotate that femur and put it down. It's almost like you're playing hacky sack or soccer, like you're passing a soccer ball. Just a few on both sides. Now for internal rotation, you're simply doing the opposite. This might feel a little awkward, especially if those muscles are weak. Okay, last, to work on our mid-back, our thoracic spine, I want you to put your hands behind your head, breathe, and slowly curl your mid-back down like you're doing a sit-up and back out. And open up your chest. So we're flexing the spine and then extending the spine. Then I want you to slowly move to one side and then to the other side, and then rotate one direction and then the other direction. So there you have it. We have done a simple mobility training session at the comfort of your own chair. This is great if you're stuck at work and you got to get some movement in and you don't want your bosses or your coworkers to see you or you're embarrassed. Doing any kind of movement throughout the day is going to be incredibly important for your health, for the longevity of your joints, and just to feel good and prevent stiffness. So do what you can and do it often. Peace.